Yo, so Chelsea's back on the go. Come on, Chelsea.
Blue.
Yes, this is the blue and royal blue. Not this particular one, but you know what I mean, right?
Yes.
Chelsea. Well, guys, again, I'm short of words because it's been a long time that we tasted a win in the Premier League. Actually, generally speaking, this is our second win of the season in 7 games. So, for a club like Chelsea, this is below average in terms of results, but it's better.
Yeah, I think it was a different team from the get-go, and there was a different energy. I think I liked the selection.
Yeah.
They brought in Cucurella back.
Yeah.
And Caicedo starting, although still Thiago Silva starting and playing. Did he play 90 minutes?
He played 90 minutes.
I don't know why.
He played 90 minutes
I
again.
mean, nothing against him. He's a good player, but there are more players who can play in his position.
I think maybe one of the players, I will leave that to Poch to decide, but at the end of the day, every decision he makes is a risk, and sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not work. However, in terms of the players that started, Cucurella starting, I think that if you see in the last 2 games, a left back has played in the right back position because the winger or the attacker on that left side is a right-footed player, so he tends to cut in. So when you cut in, you cut into the strong foot of that defender who is a left-footed player playing as the right back, and that is why Chelsea has really got on with that. I don't know how he got that idea to do it, but at the end of the day it worked. Clean sheet and then 3 points, and then that will as well help with the goal difference. But looking at the team's performance, you would see that Chelsea really wanted to win this game. Whosoever that started, Broja started his first game after a long period of time out with.
See how much change he made already.
He made. Even if you remember the last game he played a couple of minutes. And I always admire him because he's a fighter. He's not scared. He takes on defenders. He troubles defenders. He's not the one that you can easily intimidate. So for me, I think, and he is a proper striker. He's a proper number 9. If you see his goal, I don't think if it was Jackson, I don't think we would have gotten that second goal, because Jackson would always want to drop deep, drop out, take on players, get into the box and try to do something.
Do you remember Mudryk had a chance in the start of the game?
Yeah.
He clearly just couldn't finish.
Honestly speaking, talking about Mudryk, I think before he scored the first goal, I don't want to say a negative opinion about him, but I was like, why is this guy still starting games? Why? I mean, what's wrong with his first touch? What's wrong with his, the finished product? The final part of the game when you have the ball, when you are to execute, it's just like it doesn't come out. But once I thought that, he got the cross from Colwill, chested it, and then finished it. I was like, okay, I zipped my mouth.
I think he bought more time for himself now.
I think he did.
I don't know if it's a good thing or not.
I mean, it's a good thing because it will give the coach something to think about in his next selection against the next opposition.
I think he will be selected in the next game.
I think he would be.
Yeah.
I think he would be.
Or not just selected, he will play from start.
Yeah, I think he will start from the start.
And the good thing is he got confidence because he
he has always lost confidence.
This was his first goal for Chelsea? No.
I think this is his first goal
season
officially in the season. He scored in the preseason.
Yes.
He scored in the preseason. But for Premier League, this is first goal.
Yeah.
But that's like almost a year after he was signed. Like, what the heck? And again, a player that was touted to be a promising talent, one of the best, coming up. But again, at the end of the day, we did the job. We got the goals. The first goal was brilliant. It was a fine move. Colwill finally got himself in an overlapping position, put in a very good cross. Lately, we've been wondering, why is he playing Colwill as a left back? But I think he wants to solidify the defense, stop
Is that
conceding
where
goals.
Chilwell plays too?
That's where Chilwell plays. That's where Kukureya plays.
Kukureya was playing on the right
He
side.
played on the right, but not traditionally. He's a left-footed player.
Right.
And traditionally you play a left-footed fullback in the left side of the of the defense. But I mean, it worked.
Yeah,
It just worked.
I mean, nothing to take away from Chelsea, although the reason Chelsea scored was they were pressing and they were in the right place at the right time.
Yes.
But Fulham were really poor at defending too.
They were poor.
Yeah,
They were poor. The 2 goals we scored them in less than 1 minute.
Yes. But again, Chelsea was putting a lot of pressure too.
Yes.
It helps.
I think there's a different energy in the team, even not just with this game, but all the games that we've played, the ones we've lost, the ones that we've tied.
Yes.
There's just different energy compared to what we saw after Tuchel left last season. It was utter madness and shambolic display last season. There was no energy, nothing. But this time around, players are running more, players are putting in more tackles, players are fighting and doing what they could, even though that we've not gotten the results that we expect to get, because in the final third our decision making has been off. But today decision making was okay. The striker, the number 9, Armando Broja, was right in the position where he should be to get the pass, to cause problem. Anytime a center forward, a striker, is in between the center backs, if he's always in between them, he causes them trouble. He causes them
not just trouble for them, but he creates space for other players.
Yes. He just, he makes it easier for the players playing around him, either to score goals or to create more chances for other players. And it's difficult for defenders as well. Once you have that center forward always right in between, because it could cause miscommunication. It could, like that goal that he scored. He was just right in there, and he got the pass timed. The defender was actually clearing it, and then he stuck out his leg, and then he got
we
it.
haven't seen that from other players. Jackson does not, if he does not have the ball, he does not. He does not put in the work, or he doesn't go for it.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a situation where Jackson on the left, because he's an outside forward, he's not a striker, he's not a number 9. Jackson is not a number 9.
Okay.
So I want to see a situation where we
Is he
have
more like how Mbappe plays?
Something like that. Yes. So I was saying that I would love a situation where he plays, on the side with a proper number 9 in the middle, and then Nkunku on the other side. I want to see a situation where we have 3 of them, Nkunku, Jackson, and Armando Broja. Armando staying in the middle, or maybe Nkunku, Sterling, and Armando Broja in the middle.
Right.
You always need a proper number 9 in the middle, because that will give you some sort of I think you will have more chances to score more goals. And if you look at all the teams that are above Chelsea and the top of the league, you have a Manchester City that has a proper number 9, Arsenal as well, Liverpool as well. And sometimes when Liverpool struggle, they start without a proper number 9. But once they start struggling, they bring in Nunes, and he's there to cause some havoc. Anyway, congratulations on us on the win. And we play Burnley next. I am looking forward to 3 points on Burnley. Unfortunately,
that should be easy 3 points.
As much as I love
is that a
Vincent
home
Kompany,
game?
we're going to Burnley.
Okay.
As much as I love Vincent Kompany and I want him to succeed, but not on the expense of Chelsea not winning. So, but yeah, again, Chelsea's back winning. And but let's talk about Manchester City and the capitulation of Manchester United at Old Trafford.
Both Manchester.
Yeah, the both Manchester clubs they were down this season. I mean, not this season. Oh, sorry, City fans. But this weekend, and it just tells me why the Premier League is the best league in the world.
Yeah, I think Wolves had a good start this season, and Pep did know that they can come and upset. I think they were always going to be one or two teams, they're going to be really tough for City.
Yeah.
Like Southampton. I think City is one of them this season. Sorry, Wolves is one of them this season. And I didn't watch the game. I have no idea why did they struggle. Although a lot of possession was for City.
Yeah, of course, City will always have the possession, but again, Wolves is a very good team on the counter attack. If you check them
for the last 2-3 years,
yes, they are very good. They have good players on the counter attack that they can run you down. And in a counter attack, you have less than 10 seconds on a counter attack.
That's what the second goal was, right? Yeah.
So if you counter attacks, you don't need to have all the possession.
No.
You just catch the opposition 1 minute off guard, and then you launch the counter. In the space of 10 to 20 seconds, you score a goal.
Yes.
And then you go back again defending while they handle the possession.
Yeah.
Right? And that is what City will always find. I mean, not City as a team, but I will say Pep Guardiola, that's what he will have to deal with in the Premier League all the time, because you can have all the possession. Chelsea has had all the possessions they could have this season, but no goals, they've not won games. City have won games, but anytime they fail to win a game, they hardly tie a game. City hardly tie games. They either win or they lose outrightly.
Yes.
And that's what happened against Wolves.
Yeah, I think they were 1-0 down in the first half. And I thought it's going to be exactly the same. They come back and they score 3 goals, 4 goals. I think what have happened is like they did a good job in defending, like stopping Haaland especially.
Yes.
And then as you said, just taking advantage of whenever you can do an attack.
That's correct.
And that's what they sometimes they come prepared. They've done training.
Yeah.
Like how to stay in position and because when you're doing an attack, basically you need 2 players in momentum and in sync to.
Yes, to be able to launch the counter attack.
Because the defenders are gonna try to press you, and then if you have done your practice, you know how to get out of it.
Yes, that's pretty much what Wolves are. I think they were good at, and they've always been good at that. Wolves is a team that you would hardly see having a lot of possession. Especially against the top 6 teams.
Wolves won their first game against Brighton, I think.
Yes.
And there was 4-1, something like that.
So, but again, they're down City, and then...
Coming back to Manchester United, I think Manchester United is dealing with a lot of problems right now. I think starting from discipline issues, the entire... with Sancho's thing.
Yeah, the Sancho issue.
And I think just players don't respect him anymore.
I think he's losing the dressing room gradually.
Because he's said things over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to more policing them versus actually more he's trying to induce fear, but I don't think he has that kind of. He's not Pep.
Yes, he's not Pep. I think because maybe he was successful with dealing with Ronaldo, and Ronaldo left the club.
Yes, but
these players, they have a lot of power, and you just need to find a way
all these clubs like Chelsea, Manchester United, City. Players have too much power.
Yeah,
and it's not easy to deal with them.
The only place again that it's just Pep Guardiola is a different being, a different coach and all of the
track record.
Yes,
right?
He has a proven track record.
A player comes to play for him. He knows if he obeys him, he's gonna win something.
Yes, exactly.
So they just keep quiet.
Yeah. And definitely he will buy you because you know that you're going to play the way he wants and will execute whatever he wants you to do.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, in Man United, most of the players that were signed by Man United are not the coach's players, are not the players the coach signed to come in and play for Man United. Instead, maybe they were already there before he came. I think the only players that he has signed since his arrival, and the ones that he really wanted to have was Andre Onana. I don't know why do you know that De Gea was the best goalkeeper in Premier League last season?
Yeah.
He won the Golden Glove.
I don't understand why
last
they
season,
got rid of him.
and they got rid of him because they think he's not good with his feet. But again, the goalkeeper that should be good with his hands, which is primarily the goalkeeper's job, to be a good safe hands, or to be good safe hands for the team.
He's not
just
even in
conceding
his
goals
mid-30s.
here and there.
He's not even in his mid-30s.
Yeah, but he's just conceding goals here and there.
Keeper plays until 40s.
So I don't know why. I was talking with someone yesterday, and the person said, I think the club did wrong to David De Gea. You know, that he was a good servant of the club, and now they've let him go. And it's like, anytime you play Man United, you should expect to score a goal.
Yeah.
Because they can't keep a clean sheet in any way, in any form. So that's like, why? Again, it's none of my business whether they're winning or losing. I don't really care. They're not Chelsea, and
I think the biggest problem with Manchester United is their midfield. They don't have anyone. Their midfield is pretty much empty. Like Bruno Fernandes used to be good, and he's not anymore. And
he's been the outstanding player this season, honestly speaking.
Yeah, but he's getting old. I think he's done. And again, what's his name? Ericsson. He's also not.
He's getting old.
He's getting old. So they need some young, like sprinting midfielders.
Box to box midfielders.
More like what Liverpool got from Brighton. What's his name?
McAllister.
Yeah. So that kind of energy.
Yeah.
Kovacic went to City because City has everything.
Yes.
But even. Like what I am comparing to is that Kovacic is more like how they're more the same age, same experience, but Manchester need young energetic midfielders.
Yeah, they need energetic midfield. They bought Mason Mount. Mason Mount is not that strongest midfielder.
No.
Again, Casemiro is getting old. I think he's already in his 30s.
Yeah, right. And they're asking him to play a different role too.
Yeah,
he's not used to it.
So
he's more defensive.
He's a more defensive midfielder.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, if you don't have those players that can give you that 90 minutes energy, at least 70 minutes.
Yes.
Going back and forth, staying compact and all of that. Maybe allowing even Bruno Fernandes to a free role, since he's the most, in terms of creativity, he's the one that creates more than any of those. He's not the strongest physically, but he needs strong players around him.
Yes.
That's why I look at Manchester City. They have the strongest players physically in the Premier League.
Yeah. And that reminds me of Bernardo Silva. He's not strong, but he has all the support.
He has all the strong players around him. He has a Kyle Walker. He has a Rodri in the middle there. Even Phil Foden is a very strong. He's a very physically strong.
10 times stronger than Bernardo Silva.
So, but that's what Man United is lacking, and then their defenders are, because the midfield is weak. So you're not creating anything forward. You're opening the back and making it vulnerable.
Yes.
And that's why they are, losing the way they are losing and not getting results. Now, what other, surprising result of this weekend?
Everton
losing to Luton Town, and I still do not understand. Oh, let me not say I do not understand. I still don't know why Sean Dyche has not lost his job, because I think he will be the first manager to lose his job.
Yes. I remember. I was telling you that I think there's a clause that if they get rid of him, they have to pay him a lot of money, and the club is already have money issues. I think it's like tens of millions of dollars that they have to pay him.
He will sink that club. He will sink the club
Yes.
Because if you cannot beat Luton Town. If you cannot beat Luton, I do not know who else.
It's Luton.
I do not know which other club they can beat.
Yeah.
Because they were losing 2-0 before they got one goal. And the energy from Luton Town is second to none.
That was an own goal. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Everton I think Everton won one game.
I think they have won a game, but again, you need to. You need to get all the points from all the necessary,
Yes.
opposition.
And Luton
the
Town
weak
is something like a team that you can win against.
Yeah, Luton Town is believed to be the team, the weakened team of the Premier League.
I think this is it. This is the grind started for Everton already.
Unfortunately for Everton and their fans, I think
last year they got lucky.
They were lucky last year, and I think this year they might not escape it. One other thing, another result that was really, really surprising was Brighton collapsing completely.
I don't know what.
So Aston Villa 6-1. 6-1. How do you make of that? I mean, Aston Villa still plays in Europe too, but it's just maybe the experience of the manager. Unai Emery has been in Arsenal before. He has a proven track record of winning.
But it doesn't look like... I think it was a one-sided game.
It was a one-sided game. Brighton could not
I think
breathe.
something wrong with Brighton that day.
I do not know what was wrong with them.
My guess is that maybe the way he thought he was going to play didn't work, and then he was too late. He just got like 4 goals. I think there was 4-0 already in the first half.
Yes,
and it was already too late.
It was too late. He made a couple of changes right at halftime, but it did not respond. It did not work.
I know he's Italian, right? So he's the kind of a coach that he has some ideas, and then he...
I mean, if it's not... those are the coaches that if the lineup they believe they put out to work, it's not working, they don't mind changing the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that was what he did. Remove the Stupinian right away.
And this happened last year too.
Yeah.
He used to win one game like 4-0, and then the next game losing 3-0.
I think he was more consistent last year, but this year there's been a lot of up and down. They've dropped to, I think they were in the top 4.
I don't think they have bad players. They
don't have bad players, but I think maybe they're thinking more of Europe now. That's when a small club plays in Europe.
Yes.
You're now thinking of Thursday Europa League, and then you're like, okay, and then you don't have that depth to be able to play throughout the season, playing in Europe and in the Premier League, and that's what really happened to them. Now, I know that they will come back, but that is a very surprising scoreline, and the way the game went, that they could not even... They got a goal right at the beginning of second half, right? But I think it wasn't right at the beginning of second half, and you think that it was after they scored 3-0, they got 3-1.
The goal scored by Brighton was from the guy who came from Barcelona.
Yeah, Ansu Fati. Yeah, that was at a halftime change. So you thought that they were going, and then 4-1, 5-1, 6-1. What the heck? But that's one of the things that we like about Premier League.
And it's Aston Villa. It's against them. It's not like like Newcastle.
No, it's not like it's not as if they spend too much money on Newcastle. But I think they have a very, very brilliant manager, a very brilliant man.
Yeah.
So
he's coached big clubs before, so he has experience. I wanted to talk about this
Liverpool and Spurs. It's the most. I don't. That's why. Talking about this game, I watched this game. I saw this game, to some pedigree, and then I looked at some of the, the extended highlights of this game. The title of this is just that English referees are the worst referees in Europe. That is the title of this. Whether it's VAR or the referee on the pitch,
both linesmen too.
Both are just as not good. It's like as if just play without a referee. Just play without referees. Because how on earth? That goal that Luis Diaz scored for Liverpool is a legit goal. For me, that's a legit goal. That's not an offside goal.
Yeah, they didn't check.
They didn't draw the line. They did not draw the line.
The excuse that they're making is that they saw it for 6 seconds and didn't look like it, and they ruled it out. No, who does that? Who I don't know. There is something really, really wrong. There is some scandal going on in the back of the FA decision making.
No, it's the PGMOL, the organization that is behind that organizes the match officials. But it still comes under FA. Yeah, I know it does, but they are terrifying. And again, it makes the guy on the field look so bad because he's waiting, he's listening to see what happens. And again, even the red cards they gave to Liverpool players, some were not yellow card offenses, some were not, especially that of Jones. I don't think it's a yellow card offense.
No.
I don't think the first one. I don't think it was a yellow card offense.
But the rules are like weird too. The rule about the second yellow card is the VAR is not gonna intervene.
No, I mean,
and if it's a direct red card,
maybe,
then
they can. But
intervene.
second yellow cards, honestly, I just do not understand the refereeing system.
My personal opinion is this: if they didn't have red cards or things like that, Liverpool were gonna batter Tottenham.
Yes, definitely. They would have won. But again, you don't have to I mean, they could have even tied the game on 10 men. I think they scored the second goal. I thought
Liverpool were going to score with 9 men.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Tottenham were playing like they were 9 men.
Yes.
They were not coming in. Like,
if not for that own goal, I don't know how Tottenham would have won the game.
I thought Liverpool were going to get a penalty in the last 2-3 minutes. Because they can still go in. They had some players.
They had energy in the team.
The right winger, what's his name? Alexander.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go inside, but it's a robbery.
Honestly, the refereeing system has to be. I think some of those referees should all retire.
Yes.
Honestly speaking, anyone that doesn't look like a footballer, like the same way the players look, they should retire. Honestly. They're out of shape. That's number one for me. I don't like seeing referees that have pot bellies.
Yes.
I know you've done it 10, 15 years. Just get off. Let someone else come on, do the job, who has a clear mindset. I know you might say experience or whatever, but now they put them again in the VAR room and they're still doing rubbish and they can't even make decent, honest decisions for a team. So in this case, it's like they've brought the game to disrepute. They've brought the rules of the game to disrepute. Because again, you say human error. What the heck do you mean by human error? This is not the first time. Remember that there was an article that came out. One of the referees was being interviewed, and he talked about I can't remember what exactly he said. But it was a thing that how are these people making these decisions? I mean, not just to favor one club, but just to ruin the entirety of the game.
Yeah. I mean, they've already added like extra time, right?
Yeah.
So what is there to worry about? Like, what's the hurry? Just stop, take time, take 5 minutes and then make a decision.
Why does he have to take 5 minutes?
I'm just saying.
It's just people.
Why they thought 6 seconds is enough? Well, you have time. You can take time.
Rule the line there.
Yeah.
I believe that the VAR must always put the line in terms of offside positions or goals that they are not sure. Put that line, symmetrical line, you cannot
do. You know they're not using the FIFA technology. This is not the FIFA technology. FIFA is different. FIFA, I think they use sensors like infrared sensors to detect body.
Yes.
But this is more just a line. Even that they didn't put a line. Like this is more like just taking the angles. Like it's more about how the geometric angles.
Yeah.
More than actual like sensors. But yeah, it's a shame. If Premier League wants to be known as the best league, then this shouldn't be happening. This is a shame.
This is what is bringing the game to disrepute, and what makes it,
This can cost teams title. Like,
of course,
Liverpool.
Of
what
course.
if it's just the only?
Liverpool could have gone on top of the league if they had won this game.
Yeah.
They could have gone on top of the league, but thanks to VAR and the referees in the VAR room and on the field, Liverpool is I think they're second on the table right now. What's funny is like
they come in and just give an apology statement. No, we apologize. It cost the team.
I mean, it's not the first time. It's not the first time they issued apologies. They have had a lot of errors. I mean, VAR
I think
was
the first
to make
week they had an apology.
Yeah, I mean, this technology was to enhance the game and eliminate those errors that we're talking about, right? But it has continued. I think there should be change of personnel.
I don't think it's going to improve.
I think just retire all these guys. Maybe they're tired.
No, unless they make like concrete rules about like they have to go book by book, which I don't think they ever will. But I think this season or next season it's gonna stay the same unless starting to start to get a lot more often, and then people are like, hey, change it.
Anyway, guys, well, I'm sorry, Liverpool fans. Congratulations to Spurs. It favored you this time around. Hopefully next time it favors everyone, but it will never favor anyone. But anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and please give this video a thumbs up. We will appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Yep.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.